As we move closer to becoming like the Jetsons, those people who function internally like the Flintstones are going to be the ones who end up winning. And I'm going to break down exactly how we've been able to get at least one referral a day over a year. And it's in this book, chapter 5, I go over it deeply, and I'm going to break it down here for you so you can take it home with you. I want you to pay attention because it's simple, but it also requires a lot from you. That means you're going to have to show up daily. You're going to have to give back. You're going to have to come from value. Stop spamming people. Stop saying, hey, I'm just touching base, and rethink how people are seeing you. Welcome. My name is Tristan. I run Lab Code Agents. We're the largest community of real estate agents in the world. And I do help out amazing companies that you know, like CoStar and Zillow and some other great companies internally, consult them and build communities. Today, I want to go over the HOP method with you. That's HOP. And we're going to dive into it. I may share with you some things on the screen, so pay attention to that. Our book, Real Estate Prospecting, is out. It's been out for almost 2 years. It's been doing pretty well. Check it out on Audible as well. And make sure that you leave a review if you've read it. If you haven't, go ahead and pick it up on Kindle as well. Now, I know some of you are saying, Tristan, what happened to your classic black V-neck? And I'm going to tell you, I'm sporting Zelda today. This is a link, but it's the Zelda game. If you haven't played it, I'm sorry. But if you have, great job. Let's get right into this one. When it comes to showing up for your clients for the business that you have now and the business that you're looking to get in the future, it really comes down to your brand. Who are you? When nobody's in front of you talking to you, what are people saying about you, about how you do business behind your back? And I think this is how you have to start. Because if you want people to come and be attracted to you, to want to work with you on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, you're going to ask yourself, why are they even attracted in the first place? What am I putting out to get back? And this is why I want to break this down for you. Now, this is part of a bigger plan, but nonetheless, I want to share it with you. You see, it says prospecting for 2026. We're already planning on what we're doing there. We're always tweaking this. I built this a few years back on MindMeister. MindMeister's free. There is a paid version, but I want to focus on the portion over here because right here, we're going to expand in here. And you see when I'm talking about HOP, H-O-P, we're going to talk about your brand meeting people at home, your brand, who you are, your brand meeting people online, and your brand meeting people in person. And that's where I think the idea, the mindset, the attitude of the Flintstones comes into play. Because you've got to think, yeah, we're going into a world where it's more futuristic. Things are happening a lot faster. AI is being integrated into everything. But the core component to the things that we do to build relationships are not going to change. I mean, at the core, we're human and we want to feel like we matter to other people. We want to feel like we're connected in some way. The human aspect of building what you want to build here, this community of consumers that love you and become your biggest fans, all starts with this. And so when we go back to this and we take a look at the very top one, I want to expand this and I want to share this with you because there are a lot of different options here. And these aren't all it. These are just some we've tried or some that my team have tried or people in my brokerage, right? I want you to pay attention to these and say, out of these, where do I start? If I can't do all of them, Tristan, because I don't have enough money to do all of them. So for me, the important one is that one. That means above everything else that you're going to do, if you can't start anywhere, just do handwritten notes. Always think of this. When you want to connect with somebody, how are you making them feel? That's where it starts. That's how you should start everything that you're doing. How are you making people feel? So if it's postcards, great. I mean, you need to do that, right? If you want to grow this into something much bigger. And handwritten notes, if you're getting something that's handwritten, I'm trying to look for a handwritten note on my desk. But if you actually take the time to write something and deliver it to somebody by mail or in person, think of that feeling that they get, because they're thinking, well, this person took time to write this. It's a message directed at me. It's not mass marketed, right? There's a lot in there. And so handwritten notes to me become a really important piece to this. The thing that Buffini made popular, and that's pop by, stop by their home, give them something that you think they would like or love. Or if you want to scale this like we do, gifts through Client Giant. For us, because I know that I'm not the greatest at delivering stuff consistently over a long period of time, I've automated it. And that means we've added Client Giant. So we have little birthday gifts that go out, or little gifts in general that go out quarterly, right? Or we have bigger gifts that go out to our top clients or our luxury clients, whatever it is, right? And look, there's also send out cards, where if you see somebody on social media celebrating something, or you know they're celebrating something, send them something. And send out cards is probably the easiest one that you can do. Drop-offs, like I said, if you're the type of person that is great at this and has it organized, that's amazing. I'm not, right? I'm like, it's your birthday? Oh no, I forgot. Drop-offs are amazing if you can keep track of it. And if you're the type of person who goes and buys little things for people and makes it into, like, I'm envious. I'm terrible at that. But that's one other thing you can add. Now, printed newsletters. This I could do. In fact, I have printed newsletters and I do send them out to people. I love the digital version of this, but that's not until when you get to O, which is online, right? But the printed version, think about this. If you have a farm area, I'm going to add something here live, because one of the things that we've done recently, and it's done very well. Oops, hold on. Well, I just added mailing drop-off for local directory. If you've been following along everything we've been doing, one of the things that I highly recommend that you do this year and next year is create a local directory of service providers. That works because we are doing it. We're doing it in different places. And let me tell you, that one thing allows us to connect where people are. Homeowners. Where are they? They're living in their home. They're having issues with their home. Things break, and what do they want? They want somebody they can trust to fix the thing that broke, because they're letting him into their home. And the last thing they want to do is call another person, waste more money, right? And so you're building this out. You can drop it off. You can email it. You can mail it. This is a big one. So now you go back to this. Printed newsletters also work great, like I said. And then magazines. I don't do magazines, but I know one of my agents does, and a few of our agents at our brokerage does, and they do great. And they say, Tristan, I'm so consistent with the magazines. I've been delivering them. They've been mailed out for a long time, and people leave it on their desk, and they remember, right? So-and-so sent it over. And now, remember, it's not just this one thing. If you can think about what else you can add from this list, right? Let's take a look at this list again. Postcards, handwritten notes, gifts through Client Giant, send out cards, drop-offs, printed newsletters, mailing drop-off, local directory, magazines. Oh, what else can you add to this list? I would start with handwritten notes, right? But again, we've got to start thinking along the lines of what else can I add? Now let's go to the second one, which is online. This is where I would actually start, because for me, this is a place that requires the least amount of lift financially. And I know some of us are tight financially, but look, start here. Look at the easiest one. You go to newsletters, right? In fact, let me see where I could probably start. I would probably go and start with either newsletters. I'm going to highlight this for you. I'm going to do border. We're going to do this one there. If I was going to start anywhere, I'd start with calls, texts, emails. Why? Because all of you listening in have one of these. And what's the routine? What's it look like? Well, most of you are like, hey, Joe, it's Tristan, just touching base. Hey, Joe, it's Tristan. Happy home anniversary. Hey, Joanne, it's Tristan. Listen, do you have 5 minutes for a business call? And you know how much I hate when people tell me I'm just touching base. It means absolutely nothing. It means you didn't think about why you were calling. And so instead of that, use what I teach, which is, hey, Joe, it's Tristan. I'm calling because I'm building out this directory. Hey, Joe, it's Tristan. I'm calling because I'm updating the directory. Have you used any amazing service providers lately, like a plumber or an electrician that I can add to this directory? Hey, Joe, it's Tristan. I'm calling. Well, this one would be a text, actually. Hey, Joe, tick, 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 tick. It's Tristan. Listen, I've got a real estate question for you for a change, right? Do you have 5 minutes? Yeah, sure. Call me. Hey, Joe, it's Tristan. Listen, what do you think about, with everything that's going on, what do you think about the real estate market? I go, where do you think we're heading? And then they tell you, right? We've been through this before. This is value driven, right? Text, email, and calls. This is where I place them. This, you're already paying for the phone. Use it. Now, the next thing I would do is probably newsletter, because I can go to either MailChimp or something else out there that doesn't require me to pay up front. They have a free version that I can slowly start in there. And then the last one, that's I would say the main ones that I would start with are LCM strategy, which is you go to social media, which, look, we've done a whole session on LCM, which is like comment message. That means you go to social, you go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, and as people start popping up that you are following, you like, you comment, and you message them, and you make them feel great. And going back to the very first thing, right? How are you making people feel? This is why the Flintstones are going to win, right? This is why the old school people that focus all of their efforts on relationships and use technology to help them grow their relationships are going to continue to win. And I want you to be there, because now if you're using social media to connect with people and make them feel amazing, right? You are going to start winning. And the same thing with AI. How are you using AI to make people feel amazing? To make you better so that you can make people feel amazing. So let's go back to the screen here. All right, that's the LCM strategy. If we go to retargeting, you should be retargeting. Oh my gosh, your whole database should be seeing you over and over and over. And if you need help with that, Trenton on the team can help out. So just message me. Webinars, if you choose to do this, do it. Now, what will your webinars be about when it comes down to the message that you want to deliver to your database? Are you showing them how to add an ADU? Are you showing them how to build more wealth longer term through investment properties? I don't know. Probate and title, scratch that, Fiona. Probate and trusts? I don't know. What about SEO optimization, right? Which now even becomes more important with AI. How are you optimizing AI to find you through SEO? And podcasts and blogs. Be part of blogs, other people's blogs, be part of other people's podcasts. And more importantly, talk to me about the neighborhood. Talk to me about the community, those people here. Build a Facebook group like our friend Corey Tanzer in Chicago, or like our friend Blair Ballin in Phoenix. That is very powerful. And then virtual home tours. When you go and do home tours locally, broker opens if you've got permission to do them, and you continually showcase homes in an area, people will follow you. There's so much here. Like, I'm just barely scratching the surface with this, but this is the stuff that we do. So I started with the stuff that we've done, or stuff that some of my friends or coaches that we have under a brilliant tribe have done at a really high level. All right, so let's go to now meet in person. This is why you're going to win. This is why you're going to keep winning, because this one brings it all together. I need you to start thinking which one of these, for me, I'm going to just highlight this one for me. For me, it would be this one, because I'm really good at it and I don't get overwhelmed, right? The tough part for me is these big events, which we've done, where we've had 500 people plus. Those are amazing. And in fact, we do get referrals from it, but they drive me crazy. But if they don't drive you crazy and you can be consistent and you've got help, do it. Those are amazing. Do the Santa Christmas thing. Do the Easter thing. Do the Thanksgiving event, the summer park concert thing. Do whatever you want, right? Just the point is, do them routinely so that you can create a brand under it. How are you meeting people and how are you making them feel? At every instant, right? Not just at home, not just online, but in person. And this, to me, this is why one-on-one is so important to me. I like to meet people one-on-one. And so I have to be very careful as to who I meet one-on-one. Because there's only one of me, and I need to make sure that I'm meeting my top 20 people. Because my top 20 people will determine 80% of my business if it's done right. And so when I meet people for coffee, I'm just texting them. These are people I know. Hey, Joe, want to meet for coffee? Sure. Friday? Good. Ragamuffin? Awesome. Right? Done. A small group lunch dinners. I used to do these a lot, but I've scaled down. If this is for you, then do it. You know, I realized I could only do one consistently with everything else that we do. Right? And so I do this one. My team, for the most part, does the yearly events. They love them. And then I have one agent who does the small group lunch dinner where they're Spanish. They're half French, half Spanish. And she does, she invites her cousin over from Spain and they make tapas. And it's like she invites just her core past clients and it's a blast. All right. So that's how she does it. The point is she's doing it and she's doing it very successfully. Charity events, if that's for you, I'm not that great at this one. Again, bigger events, a weakness of mine. And local real estate seminars, we have done this one and it's been very successful. In fact, I want to lean a little bit more on this one for me, but I always come back to this one, the one-on-one coffees. In fact, should be finishing up with a book soon just on that idea. It's not called One-on-One Coffee, it'd be a terrible title. But one of the books that we're bringing up soon focuses on that idea. So you see, let me go back to the overall picture for you, right? You got to meet them at home, online, and in person. And I would say, if you're looking to start with any one of those three, if you go to home, for me, handwritten notes. If it's online, either LCM or a newsletter to start with, or the most important one, your phone, call, text, email, right? And then the last one for me, easiest lift, one-on-one coffee, because we all have those people that are in our sphere, maybe past clients, people that love us that we can go and meet and just talk, right? Just talk. Anytime you bring up business and say, well, I'm looking for referrals, right? There's a time for that. And that's not the time, right? That's a whole different session. Probably one for Your Daily Real Estate, the daily podcast I have, right? But for this one, I wanted to do a deep dive to show you what you need to be focused on for 2026, because as AI becomes stronger and more integrated into everything we do, the human aspect of what we do becomes more important. And yes, there will be less real estate agents in the future, but that means the ones who remain will make more money because there will still be the same amount of transactions, if not more. And you've got to stand above and out from the rockets that are coming after you, the Zillows that are coming after you, and every other company that promises to the consumer that their process is better. But you are focused on how you're making people feel, and that's why you're going to win. Please subscribe, share this with anybody you think that needs it. Have an awesome day.